Alrighty, everybody. It was brought to my attention that I did not actually post a video of the wheel being drawn. So I apologize for that, and I look back through my Zoom videos, and it doesn't look like I have my screen shares. Anyways, let's go ahead, and I'm going to knock that out. I'm going to go here kind of at warp speed here to get this completed, hopefully really quickly. We did draw it. I'll start from the beginning so everybody's on the same page. So back here to remote desktop, we're going to start working. We want an IPT. And yeah, it was pointed out to me too that I never actually finished it. I'm not sure what was going on with me, but anyways, we all have off days. Okay, so first thing we want to draw here is this little radius, or this little arc out here. It's a half circle. We can see it's got a radius of 0.125 or a diameter of 0.25. So we're going to start at the center point, and we're going to create an arc. Grab our center point arc. We're going to come out here, 0.125, enter. And I'm scribing just a half an arc. So there we go. There's the first part of that. That's the end. So then we can see that from the center point of that arc, we need to come in 1 inch less 0.25. No. So let's come down 1 inch, and we'll get that guideline, and we'll kind of work backwards from that. And I'm getting that 1 inch right here from this measurement. So let's come back here. 1, enter. And I'm just going to come down here with a vertical line just a little bit so that I can use that as my revolution point for the object. So we've got a little bit of math to do here to figure out how long this line is. So we know the whole thing. We know the center hole is 0.208. So that means that from the edge of this to the center of this circle is half of 0.208. Just getting that. So half of 0.208 is 0.14. So we are going to take 0.14 minus 1. Now we could do that on the calculator, but the easiest way is to grab a line and let Inventor do the math. Make sure that our line is perfectly straight. And we will say 1 minus 0.14. 0.14 or 0.12? 0.14. All right, and that then is the back side of this line right here. Okay, so now we're ready to keep moving forward here. We know that we need to come in. We'll start working from this direction. So we know that this is 1/4 of an inch. This is from the center point to this line. So this line right there is 1/4 of an inch. We'll draw that in. We got that just by subtracting 1 from 0.75. Okay, so now we know we need to come in a certain amount, and it looks like we come into the center point of the circle. We can see everything kind of lines up here around the center point of the circle. So half of that radius then is 0.125, so we need to come in here, 0.125, enter. Then we need to come down more. How much more? We need to come down. See ya. People are leaving the classroom right now, so we need to come down 0.25 0.5, no, 0.5, 0.5. We're going to come down here, 0.5, enter. And we're going to come back out here, 0.125, enter. And then back down to here to connect this object. Oh, I gotta grab it because this line is the correct length. That line that I just drew is not the correct length. We need to clean it up a little bit here before we do anything else. Drop our line tool. Let's delete this center line out here. Let's see you later. Let's trim this guy here. We're going to let that. Okay, so now what we have is let's delete these out. You don't have to delete these guys out, but it makes it easier for you guys to see the shape if I just clear these dimensions out. And you don't have to do that. It shows you what the shape looks like. So the difference right now is that all of these corners are rounded. So we come out here, how much are they rounded? They're rounded 0.0625. So we want to come out here with our fillet tool, 0.0625, and then we can just start filleting. And that one does not get filleted. Okay, so now we're ready for our revolve function. This is the profile. This is the axis. There's our finished product. Okay, so now we want to put our little spokes in there. So let's create a sketch right here on the face of this wheel. It's going to go kind of quick. We're going to project the geometry of this circle. We're going to grab our offset tool, drag this in just a little bit. Then we are going to grab this one. Again, we're going to drag it in a little bit more. Then we need to draw some lines and connect them. And I'm being just kind of arbitrary as to where I put those lines. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to come up here, kind of a new tool alert. I'm going to say circular pattern. I'm going to select features. All right, let's hold off on it. Let's extrude this one first. Let's extrude the one we got. Uh-oh. So I think the issue was we do not have this object yet enclosed. So let's retrace these lines. I know those are good. Bam. Bam. All right, now we'll just do a little trimming action here. All right, so now we're sure. Let's try the circular pattern thing again. So bam, 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 bam. We want it to rotate around this axis. You can see that that is there. Okay, there we go. Finish our sketch. Extrude. Oh, epic fail. So anyways, let's back out of this. Let's try extruding it first like we did before. Okay, so let's finish our sketch. Extrude. There we go. I'll change this to a cut. Okay, so now we have one of them. Now we can use our circular pattern. And we can hopefully get this in. So there's our feature. Rotational axis. There we go. And there's our spokes for the little hubs for the wheel. Obviously, you can change the dimensions. I'm not going to be real particular what those dimensions are. So we have one last thing to draw. That is the little point this guy that that rides here, the linkage arm rides on. So finally, I'm going to create a sketch here. I'm going to need some dimensions out of this drawing. It is 0.7 over from the center here to the center here. So let's draw a guideline of 0.7. So 0.7. Sure. Okay. And now we need to start drawing some more stuff, more features. We have one circle that comes out, 375. So let's draw that and extrude that first. Circle. 0.3. 375. Enter. We want to finish the sketch. Now you can see that half that circle has disappeared, but it's still there. It's just hiding. So now we need a dimension on that. It comes out. Oh, okay. Okay, we need to change that dimension. That was 0.25 and out 375. So I just copied the wrong dimension. So let's cancel this. No big deal. So let's then grab this and change this to 0.25. Enter. Alright, now we're ready to extrude. Extrude out. .375. Enter. Okay, so now we have that little thing coming out there. So now we need to come out an additional 125 with a 125-inch diameter circle. Right? Yeah. So 125 out, 125 diameter. So we're ready. We've got to make a new sketch. We're going to make a sketch. Bam. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to project the geometry of the old circle over so we can easily find that center point. Come here. 0.125. Enter. Then let's double check that. That comes out 125. Okay. So let's finish this sketch. Then extrude this. Circle. Circle. .125. Enter. Okie dokie. So we got one more thing to do. We could either use our hole tool. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. Bam. Oh, you know what? Let's do it another way. Let's do another sketch on here. And we're going to use that same center point. We're going to look up that dimension before we do anything. So the diameter of that inner hole is 0.0625 and a 1/4 inch deep. Got that number right here. 0.0625. So 0.0625. Enter. Really small hole. Then we want to extrude that. We want to cut. And what was the depth on that? The depth is a 1/4 inch, so 0.25 into the object. And there's our finished wheel. That is the basis of how we do this one. I hope that helps.